Can you really gaming on a Mac? That's a question before, but now I'm quite surprised with the results of the new M1PRO Macbook Pro. Today I'm going to test a few games for you, starting with Minecraft. And disclaimer, I have not used the power adapter at all in this video, so this is pretty amazing. And the setting here, graphics is fancy and smooth lining, maximum biome blend is high, VSync on, cloud is high, particle is high. Pretty much max out everything except those biome blend. And the thing about no power adapter here, because when you did not use the power adapter on other gaming laptop, the frame rate drops drastically. At first I get around 90 to 100 FPS like this. So this is the first scene, the one when you spawn into the maps. And when you hitting tree, some particle come out and the frame rate drop to around 80 FPS, but now it come back to even 115 FPS, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, the lowest is 80 in this run. So I would say without power adapter, this is pretty amazing, surprisingly amazing. Very nice. And the settings I use is the biome blend is high, and VSync is on, and cloud is high, particle is high, so almost max out everything except those biome blend, which I try using the highest, but I don't see many kind of better difference, I think. Yeah, that's, you know what I mean. So in the right hand side you see the display is, the use is 1920 times 1200. Yeah, I cannot do more with that, but I think this looks very good. And the memory, it used only 40%, and to be honest, the fan does not go off at all. I cannot hear the fan while playing. You can try to listen for the fan right now. It's very subtle. I really like Minecraft. Very chill. So if you would like to jump to the next game, I'll leave the timestamp in the description. But if you want to continue watching more, stay with me, because this is the fighting scene. You see what the frame rate will do in this scenario. So this is digging in the dark cave. The frame rate does not drop at all. It's even better than the tree there. And in the end of the 4 game testing, my battery is like only 1% decrease. Amazing. In this fighting scene, the frame rate does drop a bit, around 5 FPS here to 97 in the video. I don't want to say Minecraft is graphically intense, but it kinda is, you know, if you play Minecraft for a long time. I wish I could try RTX on this laptop. Very nice. And my settings you can see in the first section of the video, but it is fancy if you are wondering. Hi, goat. Oh, not goat is cheap. Yes, the next game is CS:GO. This one in the settings I will choose 2K resolution, which is overkill for monitor this size, and the setting is kinda high, very high, and VSync triple buffer too. I got around 50-60 FPS, very stable here. It even go beyond 60. It's playable and the screen is very nice. The Liquid Retina XDR, the mini LED display. I'm still surprised by how this little MacBook can do gaming and professional works with a lot of batteries and beautiful display. I have to say this year Apple does hit it out of the park here. Ooh. So the frame rate does not drop in this game. It can very stable, and the next game is Tomb Raider. Again, no power adapter. So the graphics I will do 2K for every game from now on, and I will leave 120 FPS, 120 Hertz on, so you can see the dynamic frame rate on this Mac. It can do 120. When I played the game, I saw smoother gameplay on this display rather than the 60 Hertz display. Yeah. Look at this 2K resolution, 80 FPS, raining too, and a forest environment too. I know this is an old game, but it's pretty amazing. But this game is kind of unsupported on the Mac. No game is support on the Mac anyway, which is pretty amazing. I saw other channel try to play Overwatch on this Mac, the M1PRO, and he even got like 100 FPS on Overwatch. Yeah, he do use crossover. This is pretty amazing. I'm sure more of games will be support on Mac very soon because the gaming capabilities here. The capabilities. I think the developer will focus on Mac more because now it has more horsepower to drive the game engine. I wish I could play Apex Legends here or something. And now we kinda going to entering some cutscenes here. With the fire bonfire here, the frame rate does not drop, is stable here. With the Intel MacBook, it cannot even run properly. It's like 50 FPS, 30 FPS, something like that, very messy. In the cutscene here, the frame rate does drop a bit. But the next game, the last game is Shadow of Mordor. This game is the most graphically intense game in today's video. If you don't know, the PS4 Pro, I have played this game on PS4 Pro and it's locked on 30 FPS. The PS4 Pro is not a slow machine, not a slow console. It's Pro and it's locked on 30, and the fact that this one can play at 2K resolution and the frame rate is more than 30 is pretty amazing. Do you see the size of the PS4 Pro? It's kind of third time this one. But let's talk about the starting. When you respawn, you get around 40 FPS, 35 FPS here. I'm kind of spamming the hit button because I cannot remember the mapping. Yeah, when you warp, it does not reduce the FPS at all. It does not drop and does not stuttering. The picture quality looks amazing on this game. Even if it is not 60, but it's still very smooth because of the V-Sync, I think. Yeah, when you aim the arrow, the FPS increase to 50. And if you want more FPS in those games, I think if you use kinda 1080p or something, you can get even 120 FPS on some games. But I love playing games on 2K or 4K, so I'm happy to trade up those FPS. Look at that. So I'll be wrapping up this video because yeah, if you want to watch more, there are some more gameplay after this, but I'll see you in the next video. Henry signing out.
Ah!